You have been eating less, you have been working out, you have been doing everything right. But that belly fat, it is still there. And here is the part that nobody tells you. Your body put it there on purpose to save your life. Stay with me, because once you understand what is actually happening inside your body, everything changes. If this channel is new to you, hit subscribe. We break down health and science in plain, simple language so you can make real decisions for your real life. Now, let us get into it. Let us start with the question most people never ask. Not how do I lose belly fat, but why did my body put it there in the first place? Because your body did not make a mistake. It made a decision. Here is what happens. When there is too much glucose in your blood, too much sugar, too many processed ingredients, too many toxins, your body has a problem. It cannot just leave all of that floating around near your heart or your lungs or your liver. That would be dangerous. So it finds the safest place to store it, your belly, then your hips, then your arms, then your face. Your body is not betraying you. It is protecting you. It is saying, I did not know what to do with everything you gave me, so I stored it somewhere that keeps you alive. And when you understand that, something shifts. You stop being angry at your belly, and you start asking the real question, what am I giving my body that it does not know what to do with? That is the real starting point. Now, here is something most people completely miss when they are trying to lose belly fat. Cortisol. We are living in the most stressful time in human history. And cortisol, your stress hormone, has a direct link to belly fat. Here is how it works. Cortisol was designed to make you move. Think about our ancestors. A tiger is coming. Cortisol fires up. You run, you survive. Cortisol goes back down. But today, the tiger is your inbox, your boss, your bills, your phone. And instead of running, you sit. You stay at your desk. And that cortisol has nowhere to go. When cortisol stays high, your body holds on to fat, especially around the belly. So if you are eating clean and working out but still not losing that belly, ask yourself, what is my stress level doing every single day? The fix is simpler than you think. Walk, get outside. Even 10 minutes in nature brings cortisol down. Spend time with people who lift you up, not people who drain you. Movement is medicine here, not just for your waistline, for your whole hormonal system. Now you might be thinking, okay, stress makes sense, but what about the food itself? Because I feel like I am making good choices and still not seeing results. Here is where it gets uncomfortable. The food industry is not on your side. There are chemicals in processed food called obesogens, and their job, whether the companies admit it or not, is to make you gain weight and keep eating. BPA from plastic packaging, pesticides, artificial colorings, BHT, BHA, partially hydrogenated oils. These are not just filler ingredients. They go into your stem cells and they reprogram those cells to make fat instead of bone. Fat instead of muscle. And here is the part that should make you angry. These same companies spend millions figuring out exactly how to design their food so that it hits every dopamine receptor in your brain, but stays light enough that it never actually makes you feel full. That is why you open a bag of chips and before you even realize it, the whole bag is gone. You are not weak. You are not lacking willpower. You are being chemically manipulated. And the woman who thinks she is being smart by choosing the low-fat diet version of her favorite snack, that diet drink has aspartame in it. Aspartame is an obesogen. It actually stimulates appetite and signals your body to store fat. So she is drinking her diet soda feeling like she is doing the right thing, and her body is moving in the opposite direction. This is why so many people blame themselves when the problem was never them. The system is designed this way. So what do? You start buying food without a label. Fresh vegetables, fruits, proteins you can trace back to a clean source. And you stop letting the food industry make your hormones for you. Now let us talk about the thing people always want to know, fasting. And I want to clear up the biggest mistake almost everyone makes with it. Fasting works. The research is strong. But there is one mistake that quietly destroys the results for most people: doing the same fast every single day. Here is what happens. Your body is smart. When it sees the same pattern over and over, maybe you eat one meal a day every day at the same time, it adapts. It says, food is scarce, I need to slow everything down. And it does. Your metabolism slows, your results stop. Your body was never designed for a rigid daily routine. Look at our ancestors. Some days they ate a big meal, some days they found very little, some days nothing. That variation is what kept the metabolism sharp and the fat burning active. This is called feast-famine cycling, and it is how you are supposed to live. In practice, it is simpler than it sounds. Some days your eating window is shorter, maybe 8 hours. Other days you extend it. Some days you skip breakfast and eat from noon to 7. On other days you have an early meal and finish by 5. You vary the rhythm, and here is one of the most powerful rules you can follow. Always eat in the light. When it starts getting dark, melatonin rises in your body, and melatonin makes you more insulin resistant. That means the food you eat late at night gets stored much more easily as fat. So try to finish your last meal before it gets dark, or at least well before you sleep. This one shift alone, stop eating late at night, is one of the most impactful changes you can make for belly fat. Now, once you have the fasting window down, what you eat inside that window matters just as much, and one thing above everything else needs to be there. Let us talk about protein first, because it is having its moment, and for good reason. Protein is the hero macronutrient. Why? Because your body uses amino acids from protein to build hormones, neurotransmitters, and muscle. Without enough protein, you are running your body without the raw materials it needs. You do not need to count grams obsessively. Just do this. Every time you sit down to eat, look at the protein source first. Build the rest of the meal around it. Do not skip it. Do not treat it as a side thought. Make it the main event. Now here is something more important than protein count, more important than calorie count, more important than almost any other number you track. Blood sugar? If your blood sugar spikes high after a meal and stays there for more than about 90 minutes before coming back down, your body is struggling. It is pumping out insulin to handle all that glucose, and insulin is the hormone that tells your body to store fat. Calories in, calories out sounds logical. But here is the truth. No one can actually track that accurately. You do not know your exact output. You do not know your exact absorption. It is an incomplete picture. But blood sugar, you can feel that. After a meal, you should feel energized, clear-headed, and focused. Not sleepy, not foggy, not hungry again 2 hours later. If you crash after eating, that is a spike, and the fix is not fewer calories. The fix is how you build the meal. Fat slows glucose absorption. Fiber slows it. Protein slows it. So instead of pasta with red sauce, which is pure glucose, add a meatball, drizzle olive oil on top, add some vegetables. That one change transforms the metabolic cost of the whole meal. And speaking of olive oil, this one ingredient might be the most underrated tool in your kitchen. It stabilizes blood sugar. It feeds the good bacteria in your gut. It kills hunger for hours. Just start drizzling it. Which brings us to the gut, and why your cravings are not your fault. You have trillions of bacteria living in your gut, and they are all trying to stay alive. So they send signals to your brain. Feed me this, not that. The bacteria that live on sugar tell your brain to crave sugar. The bacteria that live on processed food tell your brain to keep eating processed food. So when your friend says she just cannot stop craving chocolate, or chips, or bread, she may not be craving it. Her gut microbes might be. How do you fix it? 2 ways. First, start fasting. When you fast, you starve those microbes out. The longer the fasting window, the more they die off. And as they die off, your cravings start to change on their own. You will not have to fight yourself as much. Second, diversify what you eat. Most people eat the same 20 foods on rotation. When you open up your variety, different greens, different fiber sources, different fermented foods, you feed new, healthier microbes, and those microbes start sending different signals to your brain. The cravings you have right now are not your identity. They are a pattern, and patterns can be retrained. So how do you begin, especially if the idea of skipping a meal feels impossible right now? You do not start by skipping a meal. You start smaller. Push your breakfast back by 1 hour. That is it. Keep your coffee if you need it. Just skip the sugary creamer, black coffee, or with a small amount of plain dairy if needed. That first hour will be uncomfortable. You will be hungry. You might be cranky, but stay with it. By day 3 or 4, that 1 hour feels like nothing. Then you push back another hour. A few days later, another. Within 2 weeks, most people are effortlessly going 13 to 15 hours without eating and feeling better than they have in years. Not worse, better. Because here is what happens during that fasting window. Your body finally gets the chance to go find the fuel it stored years ago. In your belly, in your hips, in all those places you have been trying to change. It goes there and it burns it. That is the metabolic switch. And once it flips, everything starts to move. Before we close, there is something important to sit with. Your weight, your belly fat, your cravings, your energy, none of it happened because you were lazy or weak or undisciplined. You were eating food that was engineered to keep you eating more. You were living in a world designed to keep your cortisol high. You were following diet advice that was in many cases making things worse, not better. None of that is your fault. But here is what is true now. You know, and knowing changes everything. Start eating in the light. Vary your fasting window. Put protein at every meal. Cut the seed oils. Add olive oil. Feed your microbes with diversity. Move when stress hits. And slowly, gently, push that breakfast back. You do not need perfection. You need momentum, because momentum is what becomes motivation, and motivation is what becomes a lifestyle. Your body wants to heal. It has been trying the whole time. Give it the right conditions and it will. If this helped you understand your body in a way you never have before, share it with someone who needs to hear it. One person in your life is struggling with this exact thing right now.